everyone. Thank you for joining us today on the Takeover stage in the DevSlam. My name is Sam Hussein, and I'm a tech entrepreneur and a tech communities lead. And today we will continue this interesting conversation where we are hosting different industry experts to talk about building digital apps, AI, machine learning, etc. So every day we were coming together between 2 and 3, and we are hosting these experts. So the first part of this hour, we will have a casual discussion, and you will have like a 10-15 minutes of a casual discussion. After that, we will do a 5 minutes of questions and answers, so you will be able to ask during that part. And usually this is the part that gets more exciting and stretched all over, and then we fall behind on the presentation itself. So let's not stress about it, because there will be also after the presentation some time to ask questions. So today, Hossein Mohammed Rashid. Mohammed, please join us on stage. Thank you. All right. Lovely, great start. But usually when we start talking, everyone starts to gather, and then we have crowds behind standing. So what I would love to encourage everyone before we start, we have a lot of empty seats, and people will start to gather behind, and they will feel shy to interrupt the conversation. So if you don't mind, few of you start coming forward, so that the ones who join us later get the chance to sit comfortably. We have 4, 5, 6 spots in the front. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we are almost all settled. Yeah, that allows more chances for more people to come. Look, we have almost a full stage. So yeah, as a beginning, just to set the tone for today's conversation, Mohammed, our relationship goes back into the days where we are in hackathons and building stuffs and competing and winning many awards in Dubai and in the region. Why don't you give the audience a little bit of introduction about your background, both technically and professionally, and also maybe highlight a little bit about your latest achievement as a UAE coding ambassador as well. So
yes, my name is Mohammed Rashid. I'm in 15 years in tech sector. With Hussam from, I think I met him. I did meet him 2015 in a hackathon. In that 2 years, we did almost like 40 hackathons together between 2015 and 2018. And from that time, also we were like connecting in a lot of different communities here in Dubai. We have a lot of development community here in Dubai. So Hussam is one of the, let's say, the founder of each of these communities or hubs. He's a welcoming person. He's a movable crib for relations and for creating communities for developers. Basically, the main things we'll be talking about today is about AI.
Yes.
And ChatGPT, at least from the latest year, for last years or from the latest years, has been like the hot topic in research and academic and everywhere. But before that, for my achievement on that side, I'm also Microsoft certified developer. I'm also a UAE code ambassador. I'm also IT officer at college here, Imam Malik College at Academic City, Dubai International Academic City. I have a lot of stages on my journey, but mostly I was on the audience most of the time. Now I will be sitting here giving. You will be the audience. So I hope you will be easy on me this time. It's
beautiful.
I'm also the
I think it's a beautiful crowd every day here at gitex. Since day one, we have been having lots of interesting questions and lovely conversations. And usually, again, this part of the session I expected we're gonna do it in like 10, 15 minutes and then rush through the slides and technical demos. But as a matter of fact, people love to ask questions, and I will open the floor for questions in like a couple of minutes. But I wanted to circle back to the sorry, to the part where we met in hackathons and we've been doing all these stuff. Back in the days, that was a really good learning experience. Maybe we can share a little bit about the stuff maybe you learned during that period. Any technologies that this engagements opened up your eyes towards. You met some experts, some people. You started to think in a different direction. I would love you to share some of that with the audience.
Yes, of course. Yeah, Dubai is technology hub, meaning for this region, it's a technology hub. I would say, from my experience, that mostly the most thing that is the soft skills that I gain from this hackathon, meeting with other people, speaking, working in groups, working in teams. I meet other disciplines, from designers to marketing to all other people who come together in hackathons, and just for 3 days they will just brainstorms, hackathon as like workshops, idea building, like small idea, trying to prototype, trying to do the marketing stuff, all that 360 stuff, doing it one and twice and third. We did get some first we did get some awards from that. But the most important thing, these people I did meet on this hackathon until now, they are like in my network. I think this is the most thing is that I did gain is that specialized network, because I will not meet this type of, I will not meet usually people outside my field in marketing or in development or in most of other fields. So the hackathon was like the beginning for me to communicate, to grow my network, to open opportunity for me, and to learn a lot of things in other fields like designing and business models and the things that usually a developer does not have a background on.
Exactly. And back in the days, we were not really that much fortunate with the amount of specialized maybe hackathons. Most of these competitions were gathering different people, let's say marketing, techies, business people, together to build some ideas within a short period of time. And today, what we see is that there's a growth, and the amount of hackathons that we have in the region and in the UAE, in Dubai specifically, and they are specialized, like within an area of technology or for a specific use case. So this is a great opportunity for everyone to meet like-minded professionals, develop skills, etc. Mohammed and I, like during that time, we developed a lot of skills, and we wear so many hats, from designing things to building things to front end to back end development. And especially if you are early in career, I think that's a good exposure for you to start to get a little bit of everything, and then after that spend more time developing and narrowing down to one area. Maybe you find that AI is what you want to continue building and doing, and then you continue in that direction. I will open the floor maybe for a couple of questions. Mohammed, I don't know how much you want on the presentation, but
I can go fast and slow.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I want us to take another chance towards the end, so we're at 2:15 now. If we do 5 minutes of questions maybe, and whatever question that might be covered in the slides, we can answer it later.
Okay.
And then after that, towards the end, we want to do another 5-10 minutes as well. Okay. So I want to open the floor for some questions. The stage here staff will help you. If you have any question at this point, we will take a few.
What was your biggest IA project? The biggest IA project. One of the first IA projects that you work on, like day-to-day.
No. So mostly it was actually in the time 2014 and 2015 when I think Google Glasses came on that time, and the VR at that time. So everyone nowadays in the metaverse, but we were in the metaverse in the hackathon 2014 and 2015. That was a lot of, all the community was hype about that. That time also they have the AI for usually models from Google for visions and for speak recognition. So most of this project was augmenting the reality, just using the detecting what's the camera or the virtual reality or the augmented reality, and understanding what's there inside our environment. To get that information, we have to process it using AI usually. Let's say on that I will go to this point in the presentation. But these type of AI systems that use traditional methods do take a lot of time and resources. And we were fortunate that there was a lot of technology sponsor. Basically, they give like free credits for their resources from all the tech giants. So we did a lot of experiments and a lot of workshops. But nowadays I want to go on the difference between the normal AI system and the prompt-based AI system, like the time, the resources that needed. It's become so easy that everyone can just, I don't know, you just open ChatGPT on your mobile, you are using AI. It's not that hard. So,
Mohammed, you kept having updates to the presentation, so it's going to be a surprise for me, but are you going to mention the ChatGPT for the students example that or you're not? Because I was going to add it now.
Yes.
Are you going to talk about it? So I'll leave it to the presentation, or I'll bring it up.
Yeah, bring it, no problem.
So one of Mohammed's latest experiments has been, so the college students have been having frequently questions about different things, and the staff also, at the beginning of the year, they have a lot of, new students and questions and everything. So he built something like a ChatGPT for all the questions and information related to the classes that you need to take, the major, etc., the credits, the hours, etc., all that, common knowledge. So there is a ChatGPT version that has been custom made, playing around on the side, that has seamlessly made the students' life better. So all these little questions they can ask to the model, and then the model is using the APIs to read through all the documentations related to the student manuals, etc. And this is, the information can be given to the student right away. So I thought that was a fun experiment. That is, instantly has an impact on the business. So I think we can start with the presentation, but we will come back to more questions in a bit, maybe in another 20 minutes after you're done with that. Maybe the audience will have more questions ready to ask. So I'll leave the stage for you now to lead us through building AI applications. Thank you, Mohammed.
Okay. Really might do. Basically, we have.
We never received the presentation, so try to tell
presentation.
Talk to people, but Q&A until he gives us the presentation.
Okay. البرزنتيشن على لابتوبك ولا اعطيتهم اياه ولا شو صار؟
انا سالتك البرزنتيشن، انت قلت لي اوكي، انا فكرتك تقول مش مشكله بفتح الجهاز على الايميل، ارسلتك اياها على الايميل بتقدر تفتح.
ما عندي انا اللابتوب.
انا بجيب لك
اعطيهم اياها ولا
اوكي I will give it.
خلص
just give me 5. So.
Alright, sorry, a little bit of a technical. We'll have a 5 minutes just to have the presentation, on this screen. But in the meantime, maybe I can talk to you more about the communities and how you can leverage the most out of, the presence here at the gitex and DevSlam, and also the tech scene in Dubai. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer these. But we highlighted the hackathons. We highlighted that we have a daily engagement here. So if you continue to come between 2 and 3, and Danny, you spoke yesterday. I mean, we have 5 minutes. You want to hop in on stage with me? And I think this mic is ready. Is it? Or perfect.
It's possible.
Yeah. So Danny, we talked yesterday about data science. Danny is the computational engineer and MD for Big Number, and it's his own startup. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that. And I mean, if you have any interesting more points that like yesterday, the time did not allow us to cover everything. We had a beautiful conversation. But I see questions from the audience. Do you want to add something before we?
Moving the slide.
No, yes.
Just like as you have
This back forward.
Forward, back.
I have two questions. One is, do you have or are you planning to have AI-driven events focused on AI technologies and how AI can actually be utilized in conventional development practices like, let's say, AI in Java ecosystem, that's one question. And second, I actually work with a community of evangelists who are very much interested to come to, let's say, to Dubai, UAE, and Saudi as well. They're covering a number of highly trending topics of AI as well, so big data, machine learning, etc. So those are the two questions. Would you also have, let's say, AI evangelists who are willing to be focused on those type of events? Thank you.
Beautiful. I mean, always I'm open to collaborate and see how we can take the community forward. There has been many opportunities to collaborate in the past, and there is an event I'm talking at in the Dubai Future Foundation after this event. So I think one of the things that I want you to do is to follow me on LinkedIn, Hussam Mohsin. I have my name on the slides there as well. So I'll connect with you and with the evangelist and with whoever you want us to collaborate with. There has been lots of growth in the community, and we always have people from around the region. There are some works also across from Saudi, Qatar, Oman, and you will happen to meet lots of people here at the event. I mean, everyone. This is like the major regional and global event. I've met people from the investment side and from the startup side, and if you haven't been yet to the Startup North, you should. Against my will, and my recommendation has been keep everything together. But the event has grown so much, and it's in the Dubai Harbor now. I'm not able to catch both, but I will encourage all of you to dedicate at least a day to spend there, meet the startups, meet the Dubai Economic Zone, etc. This is where you should connect and explore opportunities as well. Here it's huge as well. So at least allocate one day to visit the Startup North. And Gitex has been nice enough also to arrange for shuttle. So if you want to commute, you come here in the morning and maybe in the afternoon visit that venue. Hamad, you are ready?
Yes.
100%?
Yes.
I don't know, Danny, maybe we'll have you again in a bit, but whoever missed Danny's session yesterday, we talked all about data science, and we have parts of it recorded. I want you to all also connect with Danny Intizari. He will be around to answer all your questions related to data science. So he's a subject matter expert on this matter. And Muhammad, if you are ready,
Yes. Can we?
We can start.
So today we'll be talking about building AI application. So as Andrew G say, AI is the new electricity, meaning the electricity is being used for everything, from cars to manufacturing to homes, everywhere. So the AI will be the new electricity, meaning it will be the foundation, and it will be integrated with a lot of platforms and applications and things that are there. So I want to point the difference between building the normal AI system and prompt-based AI system. For the traditional AI system, usually you will need a lot of time to collect data, classify it or label that data, train that data. You will need a specialized hardware for that. After that, you need to deploy it in specialized hardware also. So basically, for big corporations or for bigger teams, you will need a good budget and specialized people to do that, in meaning collecting, labeling, training, creating the pipeline and the feed loop, the feedback, and the specialized deployment of these kind of software. Usually it will be in cloud it's expensive, not that cheap. Compared to that, additionally, you will find also like over time it will take between as that is from Android quoted between 6 and 12 months to like to be ready to production. On the other hand, if you want to create or develop prompt space using ChatGPT or any of the generative AI models, it will actually from the idea, the main thing that you will have to do just to know which question to ask. Okay, if you know the right question to ask or the template for your question, basically you're done in the development stage. Okay, next you need to deploy it. It's actually very cheap nowadays. If you use OpenAI, almost like a million words, it will cost you like a million words on the contacts going and coming. It will cost you around, I checked for Arabic contacts, it will cost you around $3 or something like that. It's very cheap. Before that, if you need to do that, it will be by thousand, now by millions. So the scale before was by thousand, now by millions. So it's very cheap, very fast. So if you have idea, you can actually go from thinking to prototyping to deploying in less than 3 days. Let's say a week, because the infrastructure is there is a lot big difference between doing a vision API and using the prompt base. I just want to emphasize this. This will open a lot of opportunities. It's fast tracking. The technology is going fastly. It will go to all industries, education, health. It's very easy, very efficient. The only thing I will say on the prompt base, basically, mainly is now for OpenAI that you are sending your data outside your premise, so you have to be careful on that side. Okay, let's just catch on what's the generative AI. So we have artificial intelligence. Inside artificial intelligence, we have machine learning. Inside machine learning, we have type called deep learning. Generative AI is like, I will say it's a subtype of deep learning. So the main difference between the others, the main difference here in the generative AI, basically for the text-based one, they generate new content instead of classifying or saying yes or no, or trying to detect what's there in the picture or the features or other things. It's generating new text. But it's the basis for all the AI is almost the same from the theoretical background. I will do like I will go and do a small bucket. The thing is, I just want to grow for you that I gone from idea to implementation in 1 week. I have a full-time work. I'm not that like I don't have that much time. It's 1 hour, 2 hours. So I did take a course on knowledge management. Okay, so basically that is the main structure called schema model, socialization, externalization. Basically, they say there is some knowledge in the expert head. You need to write it down, and there is some expert in the books. Some people need to absorb that and read it. The same thing here. Now, let's say I just I wrote a paper, a small one, just adding that to the same model, just adding AI, generative AI, to the same normal knowledge management. Because that field is in management, not in AI, not in a computer science field. I'm saying that it's the same thing in healthcare, in other platforms. If you are in a different specialization, any specialization, you can add just the generative AI somewhere on your steps, on your process, and your applications. It will give you, I don't know, it will give you like, I will say you will be ahead of your competitors by years. Because I think we know all about ChatGPT, but it's now ChatGPT 4. There was before ChatGPT, there was GPT 1, 2, 3, 3.5. So we are developing that from how many years? And the idea is there, but it's not. It's only taken now. It's only start to taken off now. So it will be. I'm sure it will be the expected for any application to do that, to know, to be smart, as your ChatGPT should understand you. So that is, I'll just for the, sorry for that, this is the student manual. It's in Arabic. So basically, I'll just do a small code. I will go back again to explain what's inside the code. So basically, the imports for the codes. Next, you have to get the PDF, read it. This code, this is all of the code that will converts the text to embedded text that the AI understand it. And this one is the answer. Basically, you send a question, and it will answer it. And this is the UI. This literally the UI. No need to JavaScript and other things. Literally, it's 2 lines, and you will have like a chatbot, small one. Okay, so it's not that hard to do it. It's like less than 1 page of code, and you just have actually just you can copy and paste it from any GitHub. You have just to change the PDFs, and you have to pay the $5 for training. After that, it will be very cheap just to answer on the questions. So these are some of the questions I'm trying to get from these pages that before, but it's in Arabic, so there is no point. I developed that using LangChain. Okay, it's a framework for developing applications. There is some other frameworks, but this is the one that I already used on my application. So on LangChains we have basically models, input, output. We have a formatting the input to the model, to the ChatGPT, and we have after that we'll send it to the model to predict. After that we'll get a result. The problem is with the ChatGPT or the generation, it will give you like a raw text, basically not structured format. So basically you have in the beginning to give it an instruction to give you some sort of formatting or to respond in a certain way and to do it. So I will do like 50 slides, but the code is only 1 page. Just trying to explain what's inside the code. So we have the first one of the first part is the input output. We have the format, we have the language model, we have the output. After that we have the retrievers, and these 3 items I will not go too much on them. I'll just check on the first 2. So the formatting, we have here in the format, we have 3 types. We have something called prompt templates. That's the things that I'm saying. Basically, if you go to your developer, he will ask you, what's the question that you want to ask ChatGPT? So that is like a human question, not like a programming or C# or something. That's plain language, Arabic, English, India, any language. The ChatGPT, for me, it's one of the first AI applications that support Arabic full, just from the ground going, okay, without adding any, because the AI by itself, it's self-learning a lot of language features. So we have the prompt templates, and we have something called examples. The examples, I have to emphasize here in the examples. Why? ChatGPT is a general model. Basically, he can put the model can put any hat: a doctor, engineering, a teacher. You have to guide it so it will not give you like a complex thought. You have to tell it to act like a teacher, act like a student, act like a doctor. You have to tell it to act. You have to give it a persona to act on it. The model knows how to act on that persona because he saw it. But if he did not give like an example to act on that, the result will be more unpredictable, meaning that you will ask one time, it will give you an answer. You will ask next time, it will give you a different answer, because every time it's putting a different hat. So this is the importance of just asking asking the right question and giving an examples. For example, you will give it an answer, a question from your side, how you would like it to answer, like in a respectful manner, in some medical terms, anything, but you have to say it in a plain language. Okay, so the next is predict. That is for the language models. Now we are speaking about ChatGPT, but the LangChain mainly can plug and play a lot of different models. It's not only ChatGPT. You can do a lot of open source. Basically, you can host your own model, but it's a little expensive and little complex. But basically, if you develop your application in LangChain, basically you can swap the language. You can swap the engine anytime you like. It's like you can swap it anytime you like to go offline for some sort of, or for example, for sensitive questions, you want to use an offline version. For just general questions, you can use like for the student manual. It's a public document on the website, so it's not a big deal just to ask a public question. So we have 2 types. There is a difference between the language models and chat models. the only difference between the chat models, basically, the chat models are built on top of the language models. Okay, so that before we have ChatGPT, we did have GPT. We have GPT 2 until from the beginning of the GPT. So we have the different only is usually the elements. You will give it a text, it will just complete the text. The chat model usually will give in format of answer and question, not of completing. So this is the main difference usually from my point or for my understanding. Next is after you format your questions, you input your data, and you send it to the ChatGPT or the models that you want. The last is that's all is done by the framework. You will tell it, I need that in a format that can be understood by our database, for example. We have a SQL database, non-SQL database. So basically you can automatically, for support emails, if there is no sensitive information there, you have to check for that, some using offline model or something, just checking if there is password, usernames, anything that looks like personal information or something like that. Or you can basically have like a pipeline to check it manually. So you train it. You will understand what is not. You have to do it manually for just some sort of labeling. After that, you can send it, and you will get back like ticket information from a random email. Some students put the information on the title. Basically, the body of the email is empty, and all the information on the subject. Okay, so that for human is visible, but for a normal application, it will be a little mix. But ChatGPT is capable of understanding where is the data inside that email and formatted in a way like who's asking, what's his email, what time, is it urgent, is he angry or not. You can basically take the email and just input it in your ticket management system. Just doing that natural language processing before was a little hard, little expensive. Okay. Now, if you done it for 1 year, you will not pay more than $10. If you use the cheap mod, if you use like 3.5 turbo from ChatGPT, the model for that one. Next, we have that we already said about it, the output precisers. Basically, meaning when you get the data, it will output in a certain format that other application can understand. Next, we have the retrievers. The ChatGPT is already been trained in old data, and a lot of data actually. So when you want it to answer in a specific way, you have two type of or two ways to do it. You have to give it the context or the pages from the manual that he has to answer from, or you can fine tune it. Basically, add these pages to his knowledge. Okay. Today we'll just touch on the embedding. Embedding itself, it has it is a fantastic concept. Basically, before when you do a search on a computer, it will try to match the exact letters, the sequence of letter, or do a fuzzy. Basically, if you miss one letter, it will get you. But you notice when you open Google, you write something, Google will understand you. He will understand the meaning of what you are saying, even if the term is different. That's embedding. Basically, it uses math to group the words that has the same meaning, even if they have the different letters, the same meaning. Okay, it will put it together in a way that even if that term that student did say does not exist in the document, but it has the same meaning, he will get that document. So before, when you search for a document, you have to write a keyword that is already in the document. Now you don't have to do that. So it will understand you if you do it in Arabic, if you do it in English, if you do it in local dialect, if you do it in international, as you like. He will grasp the meaning and will get the page that you need. And after that, you will pass it to ChatGPT as a context, and you will tell it to just answer from that. If you don't, please don't give. You just say, I don't know, please contact student affairs or something like that. So it will not give like a crazy answer or something like that. So that is the role of the templates and the examples. So basically, the first thing you have to do is we have to load the documents. We have to load the documents. So loading the documents, I just want to go to that. Where is that slide? So these are it's all small ones. Don't read them, but I just want to say it's more than 100 something, maybe 150. These are all built-in or integration built-in LangChain. You can read from any database, from any OneDrive, Google Drive, iCloud, emails, databases, MySQL, NoSQL, anything you imagine, it's already there. Or else anything you imagine, it's already there. So basically, you don't have to invent the wheel again. So getting the data is like almost one line. Okay. Next, and these are the list is adding more and more. I could not put all of them here, so that's the most I can put. The next is transfer or creating or changing or to after you load that data, you need to transfer it to pure text. Let's say that because the chat models only understand text. For example, if you have a PDF, you have to extract the PDF. If you read the PDF, you have to extract the text from the PDF. If you get an image, you have to extract the text from the image. So you have to transfer it basically to text. That also there is a lot from CSV, from other type of formats. After you get the data, you transform it. The next step is you create the embedding. The embedding is basically transferring the text to a language that the model can understand mathematically. So if you give it a different word and that word does not exist in the document, but a near word exists there, it will get the right document or the right page of the document. So that's next one. Next, after you do, because the training, after you transfer that data, the raw data, the text data, to a way that ChatGPT understands, you have to store it somewhere. Basically, you can store it in files, you can store it in disk or somewhere, and that is called vector store. Embedding, creating vectors, so that this type of databases support even a lot of traditional databases have a plugin for that. Basically, because you already trained the data, you don't need to train it again, because training the data is actually cost you some money. So not training, converting to embedding, it will cost you some money. So you have to save that. Next time, you don't have to do the embedding and store it. After that, we have to query or retrieve that data. So this is the things, this is the steps that we already done. We got the data from a PDF. Actually, I put the link for the website directly. It will read that one. I can script it to read it once a month or twice a month, so it will get the latest update. After that, it will load that data on a text format. It will transform it, maybe segmenting that document based on the headers. And after that, it will embed it. And after that, it will store it. Last, it will retrieve it. Basically, when you ask a question, it will also change that question to embedding and will do the math to get the nearest match. Okay, so I will go fast on this. Basically, after you've done that, that is like a single pipeline. You can, with a LangChain, you can put different pipelines together. Basically, you can chain different commands together to achieve something bigger. For example, there is one mind map application. It will ask for first time it will ask for the outline. Then we'll take each item and we'll ask again to expand each item again. So it will self-loop until it will create a document from a 30 page or something like that. So that self-looping is called chaining. You can chain it, okay, or you can integrate it with your own system. Basically, after you call ChatGPT, maybe you want to store it in a database, maybe you want to send an email, maybe you want to do other things. After you send an email, maybe someone reply, you need to reply. That chaining is available there by default on LangChain. Memory. When you do chat with a person, when someone send an email, and again you want to reply to that email, you have to retrieve all the emails because the model itself does not save that data. So you have to retrieve this information. You have to retrieve the conversation, what happened before in the WhatsApp conversation integration or in email integration or on other things, and you will have to send it when you ask or just ask him to reply to that information. So there is a concept of a memory. It's already building on the language. These are the same things, just asking that, displaying the questions. Again, when you ask a question, you put it here, you write, you read from the memory, you go ask the question plus the memory, plus the historical question or the conversation there. Last, we have agents. Agents is like an advanced terminology. It's basically from rule-based AI systems. It will use the ChatGPT as a reasoning engine, like engine. It will use ChatGPT as a mind. So basically, it's like Alexa. You know, when you call Alexa, sometimes you tell it to open EC or call someone. It will say that it will call a different person. It will do depending on your dialect. So basically, the agent you can do the same thing inside ChatGPT. You can get that information. You send it to ChatGPT. They have also GPT. They have also the Whisper API for transferring audio. It's a good one, high quality. Also support Arabic also. You will get the text, and from the agent you can create small applications. So you don't have to start your development big. You can just do small feature. After that, you can collect all these features, basically like a select menu. When you open any application, you click select here or there. So you program all these small agents, and you put like a main agent there. It will get the main question. It will understand it. After that, it will select which agent to call. Like, should I call the HR? Should I call the police? Should I call the manager? So it will fire a different type of chains. So these are like the high end of it. The callbacks, basically, you can, it's for tracking and tracing. So I will go back again to the code that I showed in the beginning to say it. These are just an imports, nothing there. And this is my API key. Okay. These basically here, these some parameters, document. Here I'm trying to load the PDF file. I'm trying to read the PDF file. Second one, after that, I'm trying to create a template. After that, I need to create the model. You know, remember, if you remember from the if you remember these steps, I'm trying to do these 3 steps. So basically, I just reading the data, creating the templates. I'm defining the LMMs. Here I'm using OpenAI, but you can use any type of model. I'm here using, that's an old text because I'm using DaVinci. Basically, you can nowadays use also ChatGPT. It has a higher performance. After that, you will get the documents. You will get that documents from that vector store, and this code is doing the retrieval, the reading, the all of that stuff is done in one line. There's not the technical stuff looks big, but when you do it, it's like a half line. After that, you will just save that embedding. Basically, I transfer here the PDF file from the student handbook. I'll transfer it to and save it to like a storage, a file storage. Next, that is, you will have to run that is one time or once a month if you update your handbook. After that, this is like a function that I need to do it. That function will get the embeddings, will load that data. Now, when you send a message here or a question, it will retrieve the query. It will try to understand your question and retrieve the pages where it's the nearest to your question. Okay. After that, it will format it in a template, and it will just send it to ChatGPT, and it will return the answer from ChatGPT for you. This is an interface for a text-based interface. Basically, these lines create the interface, create the bottoms, the inputs, the outputs, everything. This line creates create that interface. So basically, here you see enter your text, my ChatGPT, it's all there. You just click submit, and it will answer back to you. Lastly, we'll talk about ethics. I don't know how to say it, but if you are using that reply, if you are in a position and using your client data using ChatGPT, please be careful on not sending personal information. Even if they say we don't train on it or something like that, be careful. Don't send. Maybe there is some sensitive information there. Anything that goes out of your data center, you have to have the consent from the end user to do it. So be careful. It's a very dangerous. It's a very dangerous tool. Meaning, you can leak a lot of personal data online. That by law, also by other things, is not recommended, I would say. And just you have to understand that point from the ethics. Respect the personal data. Just respect the personal. That's the minimum. Just respect it. Okay. It's open. We'll do the QA. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad. It's been an insightful presentation, and the fact that you mentioned the AI ethics and the challenges that come with it. I know at the beginning maybe a lot of people have been excited and they've been copy pasting code base into the ChatGPT and assuming things are okay with that. But no, this is a proprietary material that the company owns or the business is all about, so you shouldn't be copy pasting into that. Use it as a source to assist you, but don't feed it data that you're not approved to do. And I think that is a hot discussion that will continue. I have here 7 minutes for everyone to ask questions, so we'll start taking few, and then after that we will take a group picture, so try to stick around for that one. And if you've taken any picture as well, tag us on LinkedIn. We make sure that it reaches a wider audience. Please.
Hi, thanks for the presentation. One question. Now, as the LLM models go for upgrade or they have a new version, will this require a complete re-architecture of code, or are there better ways to manage this?
Basically, you have to you have to retrain the PDF file again, or embed it again, or encode it again on the new model. You will need that, but you will not. That is almost the manual is almost 200 pages. It did not cost me more than $5. So it's not that, like I said, for a million word, you will get like between $4 and $5. So it's not that. I'm saying it's not that expensive. Before it was expensive. The training was really expensive, and really consuming times and engineering and full time. Nowadays you just put the file inside the PDF inside the folder. You just run the script and you go home. You will come morning. You will pay the $5 and you have your application.
I think we've had that question. Let's take someone new, and we'll have that coming next. Yeah.
My name is Pakistan. So
Yes.
I have a question about whenever the data is changed, we have to retain the modeling and store them. Yes, we have data change and every 15 million. So every time we have to retrain that model, that's what I am not opening. I am using the Llama.
Yes. Oh, good.
So in that case, we have content to retrain that one over and over again to see if my new data or there is something else new that we can use to get a new data.
Yeah.
I think number that is very much expensive. I am 7 model, and I am now considering to use a bot which is actually a Google model. And also I give you a suggestion of that one. Should I go to the bot? I should go to the Llama.
Okay. So basically, there is two types. There is text embedding. You have to do the text embedding, or there is fine tuning. When I did that application, the fine tuning was not available for the ChatGPT model. It was only available for older models. So and their answer basically was rubbish. the quality was rubbish. So this after I tried different 3 ways or 4 ways, I found this the most accurate one for Arabic language. Maybe for English it will have a different result on the other ones. But as he as again, what's your name again, please? Khalil. Ali. Huh? Ali. Ali. Okay. Yeah. Like Mr. Ali. What did Mr. Ali say? They used Llama. Basically, they use it offline. You use it offline. Huh? Llama to offline use it?
Yeah.
Yes. So basically they use it in-house in your data center. There is a lot of different models that nowadays it's catching up with ChatGPT. I'm sure there will be ChatGPT 5, but all other big giants are trying to catch with it. So there is a lot of like a hot race to have that model. So ChatGPT already have a big base of users that from the startup point of view, it's like they already the first to the market, so everyone is already accustomed to their cause and other things. But also Facebook releasing a lot of very interesting high quality models nowadays. I will say one thing interesting. I did like a search or keyword search on Scopus, basically for research, searching for ChatGPT and research. Okay, so basically for researchers, for doctors, for PhD students, basically they have to read a lot of papers to be up on the field. That almost can be done by, I think, can be done by ChatGPT. So basically, the ChatGPT, there is a lot of denial, but it's going there. It's going there. It's going there. So basically, you don't have even to, when you don't want to do your market research, you want to do your business research or anything, you will have just to give it the PDFs and it'll try to analyze your contract. It will try to analyze your quotation. Anything is, I'm saying it, and it's not, the problem is not, we are not like 3.5, 4, we'll go to 5, we'll go to 6. So if you go out of that loop, you will go out. I will not say you will go out of the market, but AI is electricity. So you have to use electricity in your business somehow. I don't know, but for that training, I will speak with you after it. Okay.
We have 1 minute to go, so let's take a quick one. But I think you also have a question, so let's try and take both. Please, let's make it.
So again, language function. So in one of the slides, it showed that you have activity for various language models. One of the questions that we got from our senior developer is, how can we use AI to integrate with conventional language platforms like Java? So any integration AI with the Java ecosystem, for example?
Yeah, basically, it's possible. You can do. It's actually very easy. You can integrate it at the. See, before the AI development the cost was at higher levels. Basically, training the model, fine-tuning the model, and collecting that data. Now you are just using it like a utility inside the application layer. So you can integrate it in a database level. Basically, you will store your data in a database and you will call it from a script that runs every 1 hour, every 2 hours. Or you can do like a REST API in a different language for LangChain. I will recommend 100% for AI to use Python. 100% use Python for that code, because you will be on its other languages are there, but like they are 1 year back or 2 years back on that side. So
why Python?
Because the open source community and LangChain and other things, basically most of the efforts are in Python and JavaScript, not Java, not the normal Java. But you can call it. Even Microsoft, I'm a Microsoft trainer, they have a lot of that same offering in .NET, C#. I think if they start to provide that SDKs for Java also. Basically, it's a call. It's REST API integration. It's like you integrate your mobile application with your database using, and it's trivial, I think. Yes.
I think I have some good news for the audience. I get a signal that we have few more minutes that we can take from. Yeah, so we will take this question, maybe another more after. So please go ahead.
So after
implemented any of the AI solutions. I always have this mitigating fear of getting this, especially like, for example, like the monitoring frameworks, these gitex as well. So something that we work on for a long time, possibly someone in the future. So how do you kind of manage this before?
I did not mention it, but I wanted to mention it in the ethics side, as you said on that side. There will be job displacement using for ChatGPT. But for what I see from the work from nowadays, there is most of the companies are short-staffed. So basically, if you learn it, you will make your job easy. You will have more time to your family to go home on the weekends instead of deploying and developing. If you can automate some of your work as a developer, like first as a developer, and help other people to do that, most of the companies that I say, they are short-handed. Basically, each department has one or two person, just the minimum. Okay, so it will do that trivial task, basically replying, creating emails. So that trivial task that can be automated, it will be automated. If I like it, if I don't like it, it will be automated. And the job replacement on that side, it will be real. But I think it will create a new opportunities as different as any type of revolution in that one. But the same what did happen with the electricity, for example. Okay, there is a lot of jobs change with cars, with planes. A lot of technologies, revolutions have the same impact, but we have to discuss it more. We have really to discuss it more because I don't like to just wake up one day and find my brother, someone from my family already being displaced by AI or something like that. So it's personal, okay, and it's everyone should be aware of that on your side. I will start just by exposing your family, your friends to be accustomed to using ChatGPT in a proper way. So at least they will have the skills on the market. Maybe that's the new skill that will open new jobs for new people.
We still have maybe time for another question. You tell me if we need to leave the stage. We have the group pictures and one more, or we're good? One more, please.
How do you compare this line chain solution that we have with the automation is using
Can you just put it a little?
how would you compare this line chain with open interpreter? We have YouTube automation using open interpreter, text to speech and finding up video on stock videos and generating the music on the go. So how would you compare this solution of line chain to the open interpreter? Does it also support the interface that you just showed, the interfacing of the web page?
Basically, the interpreter basically can do it. You can do it in your own. Basically, it will just take in the text and it will run it on by. It will just run that text, run that code. It's being generated by AI. It will run it and it will get. So it's a loop. Basically, you give it a command. It will create a code. It will run that code. It will get the output. It will input it again. It will again create a new code. It will do that loop of interacting with that code. So basically, the model is generating code and executing that code, okay, and taking that output and put it in a chain. So that can be done online, for example, even for if you use the interpreter. You mean that from the ChatGPT one, yes? As I heard, yeah.
Open interpreter.
Yeah.
Open interpreter is a tool that connects to ChatGPT.
Yes.
So using ChatGPT API, you can communicate directly from your system. You can connect your own computer to the ChatGPT, and you can ask anything. Like for example,
Yeah.
you can ask ChatGPT to set my dartboard.
Yes. So it's almost this. It's almost the same. It's from the beginning I said that is a one framework. There is a lot of exciting frameworks, open frameworks. All the companies trying to release or to get a piece of the to get piece of the market because it is the market in the future. It will be the market in the future.
All right, we'll stick around
yeah.
for a few minutes after, so we'll take more questions maybe one-to-one. Can you help us with one picture that captures the most? Join us as well. Where do you think we should stand?
Down.
Stand on it. اطلع عادي تسمح
You go down.
اطلع
الزجاج يكسر.
بس لا
لا،
تكسر الزجاج. اطلع هنا. هاي
يمكن ننزل نحن تحت.
اي صح كمان. ننزل نحن تحت.
نحن ننزل تحت. ننزل. يلا.
Okay. Wait.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Approved.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for attending. The
Thank you.
program continues.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the questions. Now, as I was mentioning before, I don't know if you caught it, you were in the back. I definitely will connect with the colleagues as well. I definitely like to connect with you. So we run a company. Well, my company is called SwiftWave.
Okay.
We work with a number of evangelists who cover different types of technologies. And one of the evangelists that we work with, he's in the Java ecospace. He's a Java champion. One of the questions that I asked you came from one of the senior developers about the integration of AI with the development with a Java application. That was the one thing.
Yes, it's possible. 100% it's possible.
Okay.
It's not that it's not. So basically, it's if you don't want to use that framework, you can basically directly do a web call or a REST. They have a REST API that is has an interface, and you can interface it with all kind of language. You don't need like specifically Python. But for my experience, I did have the Python one, and it was like almost too easy not to do. Okay. So I done it in the afternoon. So just for experiment, and they like it. They not know that much use, but it's the beginning. So there is some SDKs. I think there is some SDKs from Microsoft. There's something called Microsoft Copilot. I think.
Okay.
It's just, they are using the same APIs, but they are pricing it on Azure.
Sure.
And there is a lot of you can use the Facebook model also. Use it because you can use it in house. No need to send the data outside.
Right.
For integration, again, you can integration with it using REST API. But for my knowledge, I did not search about it. Do anyone know if there is a JavaScript framework for that? For
Integrating AI with development,
like
Java development.
there is a JavaScript. Not JavaScript. Java. It's
A demo for the TypeScript and also in Python, not in Java.
they're not in Java. But again, there is a REST API. REST API is basically all how our mobile application works.
Okay.
So it's already been used in a lot of. It's the way if you don't have the direct code, you can just use REST API. It's supported by the platforms, and it's supported by basically if you want to use, you don't want to code in new language or something like that.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
You have a large crowd here.
Yeah, just one last question. We work together in the same
Yes,
company,
yes.
so would you be interested in exchange with other evangelists across EMEA around topics like this?
Yes, I will say I'm here. I'm all in on that, and